Now, I know it's getting colder, and I expect all many of us want to do is to stay indoors and get cosy, snuggle up under a blanket. In fact, a recent British survey suggested around half of us think it's too cold to go out for a walk in the winter, and 10% would never venture out between December and February.
But now a campaign is urging us all to head out into the crisp Christmas air. So who better to get us out there than Olympic runner Iwan Thomas? Iwan, what's the big advice? Why should people get out there?
Well, I just think, as you said there, you alluded to it, people look at the winter and it gets dark early, it's a bit gloomy, it's cold, and they think, oh, I can't be bothered, I'd rather sit on the sofa. But I know benefits from walking any time of year outweigh sitting on the sofa, not just physically, but obviously mentally as well. I think it's really good to get out and exercise. And yes, it might be a bit colder, but I've got to say it's beautiful this time of year. There's crisp air, get it into your lungs. And for me, it's a time just to unwind, really, and have a bit of time to myself where I can turn the phone off, worry about nothing really, and just go for a lovely walk. And there's so many fantastic routes on our doorstep, perhaps we don't even know about.
That is so true, and really therapeutic, as you say. And you know, you've been through some stuff and had some issues with depression, and with your little boy as well when he was ill. You know, there's a lot that's gone on for you. How helpful has been taking yourself out for a walk been for you?
Well, like anyone, I think in everyone's walk of life, we're going to face up days and down days, and life's got a habit of being cruel at times, and it's the same for all of us. But I can honestly say from my experience, I've never felt worse having gone for a walk than when I set off. There's many a day when I think I really can't be bothered to leave this sofa. And the biggest battle is actually opening the front door and going for that walk, stepping outside. But I always come back feeling much happier and much better that I've done that exercise. It's been proven physiologically what it can do to you, but it's the mindset for me. It's just honestly a great time to go and clear my mind. And as I said earlier, just think about nothing really and just enjoy the walk, taking the fresh air. And Britain is beautiful. There's so many lovely walks around the whole of the UK. Why not get out there and explore it?
And if you're with people, Iwan, it's not really about the walk, it's about the chat, isn't it? If you're with your maybe reluctant children, once you're out there, the conversation's the most important thing.
Definitely, and you can make that walk educational as well. You can look for different animals, different wildlife, look at the different flowers, or this time of year, you know, the leaves on the floor, whatever it might be. You can turn that walk into something fun for the family. And you've got to remember, for a lot of people, especially the last couple of years, it's been very tough, and they might not have any social interaction with anyone. So when you do go for a walk, if you see a fellow walker or jogger, say good morning, say good afternoon, how are you? Stop and talk to someone, because for someone that might be the only chat they have of that day. So I'm a massive fan of getting out there and just being kind to others, really. And I think being kind to yourself, that's the main thing I would say. Getting out and exercising is good for yourself.
Really, really good advice. Yeah, self-compassion, take yourself out for a walk. What's your favourite walk at the moment, Iwan?
Well, there's loads of walks out there. I'm really lucky with Ordnance Survey. They've got a fantastic app. I've got it on my phone, so I quite often will go and experiment and explore different routes. And you know, there's no such thing really as getting lost, because that particular app will show you exactly where you are, and I can find my way home. But I'm very lucky where I live in a little village just outside Southampton. There's a park at the end of my road, so I'll often go there with my boy or with my dog, and we'll go for little walks. And sometimes, as I said, we might turn left rather than right, and we'll mix it up a little bit. And as I said, there's lots of places out there that a lot of people, perhaps before lockdown, didn't know were there. And I think the beauty of lockdown, people have gone out and exercised more, even as a family. So in a weird way, it's got people talking, it's got people exercising, and that can only be a good thing.
We saw pictures of your special walk. Just tell us a little bit about that and what you were raising awareness and money for, Iwan.
Yeah, so my boy Teddy was born with something called strep B that a lot of people have never heard of. And I decided to do something totally out of my comfort zone. A lot of people think if you're a runner, you can run any distance. But I used to run for 44 seconds. But I put myself on the line and I did a 100-mile ultra marathon, which took me nearly 30 hours. And it was horrific, I won't lie. But I set out and I said to myself, do you know what? If it hurts and if I'm in pain for weeks after, if I can just reach one family and make them aware of strep B, then it's worth doing. And that's why I did it. And I'd do it all over again, just to raise that awareness. I really would.
Yeah, good for you. Iwan, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thanks very much for coming on today. Have a lovely Christmas.
And you, thank you so much.